So, what I'm gonna do is, I have this bundle of clothes that needs to go into that cupboard, but that cupboard has these bundles of clothes. So I have to empty out both bundles of clothes to make a bigger bundle of clothes. So it happens at least once every quarter. You know, this experience or this act of cleaning out your cupboard, and it always seems like such a tedious, trivial task to do. So obviously, when time did its thing and eventually my cupboard got to this point where it needed to be cleaned, initially I was like, I don't want to do this. And because of that, I asked myself, why do you have to clean out your closet? Because I was looking for reasons to not do it. But then I came to this quick realization where I was like, Zaid, you need to do this. There's no place to put anything else. It's all filled up with your shit. Stuff, right? So those are over there bottoms. I just emptied out the tops now. So first of all, you separate all your stuff. But that answer clearly wasn't good enough for me because I still didn't want to clean out my cupboard. I was still looking for reasons to not do it. And because of that, I asked a deeper question where I said, why do we make it necessary for us to clean out our cupboards? And then I couldn't find an answer, so I started really procrastinating and really contemplating what that meant. I thought about this process that we go through when we buy things or we start to fill up our cupboards almost the same day or as soon as we actually cleaned out our cupboards. So jackets, more jackets. Okay. Once your stuff is separated, then you start putting them together. And I had this weird introspective moment where I came to this uncanny realization that the clothes that I had at the time, or the clothing decisions that I made, was based on the type of person that I wanted to be, or the type of person that I thought I wanted to be. And the reason why I'm saying that it was an uncanny moment for me was because I was always that guy who said, as long as what you're wearing, as long as you're comfortable with what you're wearing, then you're okay. You shouldn't care how you look. Who cares as long as you are comfortable? Is the symbol of my impulsiveness, because I bought this t-shirt because it felt very like a retro and like hippie vibes. And then I was like, yo, it's the perfect border between hipster but also not hipster. So then I bought it and I was never worn it ever. So yeah, that's always a good. And I paid exactly 231 rand for this t-shirt. So I'm not very smart. But yeah, I was placing so much significance in what I was wearing, even though it might have been subconscious. I was placing a lot of significance in whatever clothing I had on my back. So much so that I let it almost dictate the person that I thought that I was at that point in time, or the person that I was going to be like in the future. And then I had the thought about all the old clothes that I gave away in the past, and I wondered if those were types of people that I wanted to be like, that I couldn't be like, or that was just wrong for me. And then I wondered even further, and I wondered if I was gonna make that mistake with the current items of clothing that I had at the moment, or whatever items of clothing that I buy in the future. If I was always going to make that mistake of buying the wrong clothes or making the wrong choice for the type of person that I wanted to be, always looking for new clothes and never being happy with what I had on my back at the moment, always trying to be this new person. And again, I couldn't find an answer to that question. So then I was forced to change my perspective rather, to try and find an answer. And after that change of perspective, I had a new take on, the cycle of cleaning out your cupboard. So the title of the video is Why We Clean Out Our Closets dash a take on growth. No? So what I was saying was, we dress for the type of person that we wanted to be like. So then I was saying, essentially, when we throw out new clothes, was that a person we didn't want to be. So it's like you buy clothes to be a certain person, but then you change your clothes to change to another certain person. I figured that the old clothes that we got rid of, or the old clothes that I got rid of, wasn't necessarily a person that I couldn't be, or a person that was wrong for me to be like, but it was more a person that I was, and a person that I was that I outgrew. Because when we grow, we change. And since we apparently buy or dress in the way that we think we should be like, or we dress to be the person that we want to be, it makes logical sense that a changing, growing person would have a changing wardrobe. Like, I remember when I first started consuming this film and photography content, I saw that the people involved always like to wear all black or like grey and black colors in their wardrobe. And because of that, I started doing the same thing. I started wearing all black, being that edgy character who was always just in the background capturing these moments. But as I started developing my own personal relationship with film and photography, I changed. Even though I still wear all black a lot, as I developed this new changing relationship, I started to add more color to my wardrobe. So I came to realize that cleaning out your cupboard isn't necessarily addressing your mistakes or getting rid of your mistakes. It's rather making space for your growth. It's the creation and destruction of life. It's the yin and the yang. It's like shedding for humans. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Safe.